Hey guys, and welcome to the Conquest Reforged Interior Build Off. This is an interior build contest that I'm going to be hosting and judging alongside a few other Conquest Reforged community members, featuring members such as MythicalSausage and a few more judges that will be announced later on in the future. So anyways, I want to just have this video out here to tell you guys about the contest, what you can expect, pretty much what the rules are for it, how you can submit your things, how the judging will be done. And also that little box behind me, I'm going to show you guys an example of what we have. So this contest is based around a 5x5x5 interior space. This box right here behind me on the screen that you can see there, we can take a look at this guy, but pretty much you have that much space to do the actual interior work. Granted, you can use the outside walls as well. So some of the rules now, just kind of getting into this, I'm going to list off a bunch of them here. You'll see them up on the screen as well. But you have to use the latest version of Conquest Reforged. Also, the max interior space size you can use is 5x5x5. So, right, what you guys see here. Granted, you can detail the walls as much as you like using full blocks, half slabs, whatever it is. It just has to be the wall of the structure. So, the full building space is what you can see inside this diagram right in here, including the ceiling as well. You can detail that and the floor as much as you would like. The theme of the theme of your entry is all up to you. There's nothing this is based on. Whatever you can come up with, be as creative as you possibly can be. This is a solo build contest, so no teams are allowed. This is a tiny project, so you guys can do this one alone. So this is going to be a solo one. At most, each person can submit one entry to the contest. So you can have one entry, just decide on what it is. And for this, the big thing is the date you guys probably want. I will be accepting submissions until August 28th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So you have that much time from now. You basically have 3 weeks to get a build. It's only 5x5x5, so you have plenty of time to do that. And another rule here is you want to tell a story through your build. I guess that's not a rule, that's more of a guideline. And judging will be done through categories, scoring builds on a scale of 1 to 5 in each category, and whoever receives the most points will be the victor at the end of the competition. So, anyways, more on how to enter. So you have to contact me, fwhip, through either Twitter, Planet Minecraft, or Discord. I'm really active in the Conquest Reforged community. You guys can find me in there, or Twitter and PMC links will be in the description down below, so you can use those. And you have to submit 5 screenshots showing off your build. There's been some things recently that have had weird versions when moving worlds from one area to another in Conquest Reforged. So we're going to do this through screenshots. So you don't have to deal with saving your world. You don't have to deal with sending me the world file. You just need to send me the 5 screenshots showcasing your build as best as you can. So on top of that though, no shaders are going to be allowed. To be fair to everybody, screenshots taken with shaders will not be used in the judging process. You can submit them, but we're going to ignore them, and that kind of sucks. It's just because not everybody can use shaders, and shaders instantly make a build look good. So on top of that, you can leave at most a 1 paragraph, so 5 to 7 sentences, description of your entry. Ultimately, the build though should tell the story by itself, and also send your Minecraft in-game name to me through your entry, however you submit it. So on to judging. Basically what you guys want to be scoring points off of is what we're going to be talking here is so the categories are use of space, the ability to tell a story, does the scenario make sense, the amount of detail in there, and then uniqueness. So use of space is more about, are you using pretty much every block in this area to its fullest? Granted, you can do a smaller interior. That isn't a bad thing. You just have to effectively use all the space that you're given. So also, as I mentioned, story told through the structure. Without having to write anything down, can we as the judges tell what's going on in this build? More than just, this is a woodcutter shack, it's just here and there's some wood over on the side. You actually want to be able to tell a story, like what's the guy doing in his evenings? Does he play cards? Does he have a pet dog in there? Like how, just give us something to show for the actual lifestyle of the person in there. And then, does the scenario make sense? Is basically, you want one continuous theme throughout the build. This is pretty easy to score a lot of points on. So as long as you guys stick with one theme, you're basically getting a 5 out of 5 there. just make sure you're sticking with one idea. And by that, what we mean is, say you're starting out like this guy right over here, we're going to be looking at as a blacksmith. And say inside that blacksmith, which is a very classic, just medieval blacksmith, say randomly there's something in there that's super sci-fi and futuristic. That just wouldn't make sense. So of course that's out of the theme, so it doesn't count. So, and then also the amount, we're going off of detail. So pretty much the amount of time, this one is similar to use of space, but it's more about how well it looks and the amount of like detail and depth and thought you put into actually making it, and how does this contribute to the story? Not just did you fill up the whole place as best you could, but more about the amount of time you spent making every block in there count and contribute to the story you're trying to tell. And lastly, uniqueness. We don't want to see the same thing over and over again as judges, so pretty much make your build stand out, make it unique. So granted, now I've pretty much told you guys all the rules here, so I want to go ahead and get in there and just kind of show you an example. So this right here, this is the full building space that we can use, right? This is pretty much it. And you guys can see here, there's the walls, and pretty much you want to have one doorway or however many doorways you want. You can have windows, whatever you want to do, but we're only judging what's on the inside. So this is my example plot over here of a blacksmith like I was talking about. So we have this big arched entryway to show our entrance in there, because inside, if we just did a regular door, it'd be really freaking hot in here because it's a blacksmith. That forge is running all day. So he needs to have some way for the heat to get out there so this area doesn't just make people sweat like crazy. So inside we have this blacksmith down here. It's a really small area, but you can see we got some storage for coal over here, different weapon blueprints. We got a big shield hanging up on the wall back there. We have some spears back here in the corner. We have some bellows we have a bellow right here with a little hole that leads right into the fire, so you can actually like pump the fire from back there for the forge, keeping it heated and hot. You got a sword right on here on the edge of the forge that they would be using, or just kind of brandoning, finishing it up, whatever, just improving that sword, because this is more of a weaponsmith blacksmith. You'll see a lot of weapons around in this area instead of, it's not an all-purpose blacksmith, so you won't see any armor or anything in here. Granted, this guy right over here, we got a cauldron right here for cooling your weapon. Whatever you want to do, cooling the metal so you can more work with the anvil and shaping it, forming it. After the metals are formed, they're cooled down so they harden and stay in place. Over here, he's got a little bit of a work cabinet area to keep some plans or whatever he's working on for the day. Then a cabinet for doing some storage up above. And overall, we have the forge here in the corner, which is really, really hot. You can see all the light in there from the coals and everything, smoke going up through the chimney. Then over here, we have our way up to the second floor using these blocks here in the corner that we had accessible. We put some weapons on the wall just so there's extra bits of detail right there. This staircase is a little annoying to get up, so let's see if we can, there we go, we got up. Cool, and then coming up to the second story here, you can see instantly we're using that new reforged clothes hanger right here just to put some keys up and something on the wall. This up here is a second, it's a room pretty much for the blacksmith to live in, or not live in, but stay in. If he's working really late, can't make it back home, he can come up here. There's a bed, there's some more storage and just crates of iron ore and everything for his weaponsmithing down below. He's got a workstation right here, a table, a nice candle, and some papers and whatnot that he could be working with. Right here is some more weapons that he's basically getting ready to sell, and his bed with some books in the corner so he can do some reading. Right there, there's a light, and then even using, this is the ceiling, that's our max height, but we're using, these are all blocks on here, which allows it to fit, but up here on the top, we have half slabs, and then we have full blocks, just allowing to have a little bit more depth in there. But guys, that's pretty much it for this right here of what you guys can expect to see in this contest. You guys got all the rules, you got everything down below. I'm really excited to see if you guys want to enter into this. Let me know in the description down below if you guys are entering. I'm super pumped to hear all the responses. I'm going to try and get as many people as we can into this. I'm really excited to see what you guys can come up with. Next week, I want to give you guys a whole week to look at it. And then one of the other judges in the contest, who I haven't announced yet, but they prepared a bunch of example things, which we'll be checking out next Monday, just to give you guys some more ideas on those going forward and just what you guys can expect there. So with that, guys, I'm really looking forward to this contest. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you guys really enjoy it. Want to see where this is going in the future. Probably more contests coming through this channel in the future because I love seeing what you guys come up with. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this idea. And as always, I will see you guys in the next episode.